caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the
Yo, what's happening, fam? It's your boy T3 on a Monday. Now, I know it's usually Movie Monday, but I got some things to discuss with you. I really want to get down for this week. I'm looking forward to all our conversations. But you know what comes first. Now, pull up, boom, man.
I used to be so beautiful, now look at me. My actions are unbeautiful, it's clear to see. Come on and step out of the cage, turn the page.
Yay. What's good? Happy Monday to my peoples. Woo! Your boy's feeling good. So, didn't get to go to the movies this weekend. This is definitely football championship, so you know your boy's into sports. And if you didn't know, now you know. So it was playoff weekend all weekend, so I didn't really hit the theaters like I usually do, like I normally do. But I did get to finish off some stuff. So I did finish off Echo. I did finish off Reacher, two shows that I wanted to get down on. I rewatched a couple DC animes. As you can see, we've been discussing those a lot lately. We're really going to get into the difference between Flashpoint, the anime, and Flashpoint, the live action, or the Flash movie per se. As you can see, if you follow me on Facebook, I'm letting you know we're going to have a discussion because some of y'all is confused out there on what's what and what's good. But we're going to talk about this Echo series. So a lot of the feedback with Echo was that it was boring, it was like low, it didn't catch. I feel like it gave you a good start. So if you go back to the archives and you check out episode 1, Echo episode 1 was amazing. Like, it was dope. It was all you needed to get the story flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took everything in the first episode. They gave you her backstory. They gave you how she got to where she is, how she met Wilson Fisk, how her father ended up dying at the hands of your man's Hawkeye. Well, when he went rogue, you even got Daredevil dropping in on that first episode. You know what I'm saying? In the classic old school red suit, reconning, doing his things. You know what I'm saying? I got to take it with, you know what I'm saying? He took it to the face on him. Yeah, bruh. I'm sorry, I got a little excited. So it was a good jump off. The second episode wasn't that bad. It was a good plot because she's getting ready to try to take over Kingpin's empire. You know what I'm saying? Because in her mind, he's dead. I shot him in the face. Like, how much more dead can you be? Well, apparently this man even got he like Superman that it just ate too much spaghetti. Because that man, it just didn't want you just, why won't you die? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole premise of that. So she's plotting to take over his empire. She's putting the people that she knew as a child in danger, based on just a relationship she had with her grandmother. Her grandmother, of course, is upset with her father because her daughter has died and passed away in a car accident. And she couldn't stop with the brakes and whatnot. And they found out that it was a setup to kill the dad, but the mom is the one that ended up dying. Of course, why is it always the children that suffer? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, B, like, every time there's a tragedy, the kids is the one that pays the price for it and got to make the amends. But, you know, that's here nor there for right now. That's a whole nother argument on that piece. So episode 2 was on the get down. So 3 and 4, episode 3, you got a little bit of more action when she gets captured, you know, put into the spot and she has to fight off all the goons. Echo was more hardcore than that. I feel like in Hawkeye, she was a little bit more hardcore than she was in her own series. I felt she should have had a little bit more anger, more veracity. She was like an unstoppable beast. She was Daredevil female style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When he blind, she deaf. It was the perfect matchup. The story and the plot gets a little chaotic and a little twisted. They're trying, I get it. You're trying to incorporate all, you know what I'm saying, all peoples, all nations, you know what I'm saying, all religions, everything. Like, Disney is like Martin Luther King on streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to bring all the people together. I think because we're still focusing so much on that, we're losing the character. We're losing the story. We're losing the development. We're losing just a good show. 5 and 6. So we talk 3, 4, and 5. Sorry, 5 and 6. 4 and 5. You bring in the Kingpin. I didn't like the way they did the Kingpin a little bit. Like, there was a portion where he came off a little bit too weak. Like, a little too soft. Like, I get it. He had compassion for the girl. He helped raise the girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I killed your father so I can make you my own little weapon. Yada, 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 and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, it's still Kingpin. And I love the guy they got to play Kingpin. I love the guy that they set up to be the Kingpin. But his character at a portion, not the whole portion, but at a portion came off soft and came off weak. If you remember, because I went and I'm rewatching Daredevil, by far one of the best Netflix series that's been given over to Disney Plus. Good job, Disney Plus, for picking that up. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 are in the box, so you need to get ready because season 4 is on the way. There's a point to where Kingpin gets embarrassed when he's out on a date with this girl. And so he's really trying to wine her and dine her. And one of the Russian brothers come in and disturb the date to where he's got to rush her off so she doesn't really see what's happening. And he is so upset that he was embarrassed on this date that not only did he whoop this Russian down with his bare hands, he slammed his head in the car door till his head came off. That's Kingpin, bro. That's the Kingpin I know. So the Kingpin that we had in the Echo, that version was a little bit softer. We had a whole Avatar Last Airbender moment to where, you know what I'm saying, she puts her hand over his heart and takes away his bending powers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a moment that went down like that in there. So, like, why are we here? Like, Kingpin's gonna have hate in his heart. He killed his dad because his mom was, he was watching his dad beat on his mom, and he was like, you ain't gonna punk us no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole piece. You know what I'm saying? Kingpin is definitely the definition of starting from the bottom, now we're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the whole definition of that. The final battle was subpar. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do to where she could be the anti-hero. I guess she's going to move more to the good side and everything else and all the rest of this stuff. It was okay. It was not what I thought it would be. It didn't drop below expectations, but it did not meet expectations. So, how many Afro picks does Echo get as a series? You get a 2.3 Afro picks. Yes, 2.3. Definitely not rewatchable. It's a one-time watch, information-wise only. You will need that information going into, because you'll need the extra ending. In there, you find out that Wilson Fisk is going to run for mayor for the city of Hell's Kitchen, which is going to lead into Daredevil Season 4, Born Again. So that was my take on everything there, on how the Get Down is. We got a couple things this week. I want to say we have a new episode of Percy Jackson that's coming through, and Monarch. I finished Monarch. I finished season 1 of Monarch. Kong shows up in episode 10. Like, it's Godzilla comes through and Kong comes through. Is it enough for me to go ahead and watch season 2? Maybe, but it's not. Again, it didn't drop below expectations, but it didn't fully meet expectations. It's like right on the cusp of everything. We'll discuss Monarch. We're getting to another today. Echo. Tomorrow we'll get into Monarch. Sometime this week we'll get into the Flash when I feel like you can handle this conversation emotionally, because by some of your faces right now, I can see that you ain't ready. So with that remains, if you see your mans in the streets, hit them with the beats. Hit them with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle.